Yeah,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Warm greetings from Team DentistChannel.Online. A very happy Maharashtra Day to each and every one of you today. It's so nice and it feels so proud to be a proud person staying in Maharashtra. A very happy Maharashtra Day, especially to the frontline workers. Today, we have a very special speaker amongst us. If I take a poll today, 100% people would tell me that they are familiar with Dr. Kartik. And the main reason for this is his helpful nature. Thank you very much, Dr. Kartik. We're so very happy to have you. Let me
yeah,
quickly tell you about Dr. Kartik. Dr. Kartik is an experienced chief executive officer with a demonstrated history of working in the dental practice industry, skilled in accreditation, clinical research, medical devices, strategic planning, and dentistry. He has a strong business development professional with a master's in dental surgery focused in prosthodontics. He was trained in implantology from Hamburg University, Germany. He is a three-shape specialist and has formed the Indian Academy of Digital Dentistry, also known as IAD. He has also undergone the training in digital dental application softwares from 3Shape, Denmark. He is the recipient of the Best Digital Implantologist of the Year award by Blind Wink Market Research Company at India Dental Awards 2017. He also possesses the skill of CAD/CAM in all fields of dentistry. He has an experience of over 10 plus years in designing, planning, restorative and orthodontic softwares with dental CAD/CAM from 3Shape, Denmark. We're so very lucky to have you, Dr. Kartik. Without much further ado, and I now request you to kindly continue with the live webinar. Thank you very much.
thank you, Ruben. Thanks for your felicitation, and thank you, Dentist Channel, for inviting me. I'm super excited to present a webinar on these digital dentures. When it was asked to do that, okay, can you do some presentation? I said, yes, surely we can. And of course, in these times of COVID, we are all stuck. So let's try to just brush ourselves with what new is coming and what we can change after we go back to our works and daily routine. And it's like my pleasure to discuss the webinar is just a way to communicate what we are trying to do, what we are learning, what we want to share with everyone, and what others are also thinking about it, because perception of everything is different in different regions. So let's see what we can learn and contribute with this presentation. Uh, okay, digital 3D printed dentures. We all are doing conventional dentures and implant supported dentures. And we are always trying to find out what is a better way to do the same, easy, convenient, and most important, cost effective. Now, 3Shape CAD/CAM denture softwares and 3D printers. I have come in contact with all this maybe by 2007, and since then I have seen there is huge progress in softwares and concurrently hardwares. The 3D printers or machines are trying to come up to that expectation. The softwares have been evolved. So it has been a very long way, but it's always improvising. And today at this junction, I can tell you, we are always ready with the collaboration of softwares and 3D printers, so that you can get a comfortable denture which is aesthetic, also has a strength, and of course it is of lower cost than what we are doing with conventional method. So today's agenda will be about introduction, workflow, clinical steps, evolution, how it has evolved, and how we are going to 3D print or mill. The most important would be the question answers and discussions we'll have. So digital dentures is all about 4 steps. The first primary step is scanning. Then second is designing. Third is either you send it for 3D milling or you send it for 3D printing. It's your choice of production. Now let us see how we can do the data acquisition or scanning. Now data is acquired by 2 ways. One is either intraoral or you can have extraoral through models, via models. For intraoral, we have intraoral scanners from 3Shape or any other brand or proprietary you wish to. And for extraoral, we have lab scanners. Namely, we use 3Shape D640 or E4. Any of the lab scanners are good, and they have evolved up to D2000. So various laboratories with various capacities have different armamentarium, but for us it can be intraoral or extraoral data acquisition. Now there are multiple scanning options. We can scan our models, our wax rims, and send it to the laboratory, or we can scan impressions. There are various 3D bite plates available, and we can either scan intraoral scanners. We'll take everything step by step. Now we start with intraoral scanning. Now this is a typical intraoral view of an edentulous case. Uh, this is more or less a nice edentulous case with all the anatomical features and landmarks seen properly. But I understand in reality we have a lot of different cases with different issues. So my experience I can share with you. For direct intraoral scanning, you will have to rule out certain cases and you have to find out a good arch with nice video for scanner to be you can be able to take it and scan properly. Now these are the various ways in which we can scan. This is for a mandibular. Follow a typical method of scanning and be able to scan a case intraorally. Now this intraoral scan, you can primarily use it as a primary impression so that you can fabricate a special tray digitally through the software, either by you or your laboratory. So you have to scan the case, send it to your laboratory. Now next would be our clinical steps of taking vertical dimension of occlusion and centric relation. Now, once you have got a special tray or your device back from your laboratory, like we do it in our regular practice, you can make a final impression and vertical jaw relations. The vertical jaw relation in centric, this is a typical triple tray, we call it, or a centric tray, which allows you to make vertical dimension of occlusion in centric, and then you can make a centric relation impression in this. Also, you can use a face bow and select the bipupillary line and chamfer's plane to establish your centric plane, and then send all this data to the software. Now in the software or on the scanner, you can scan the impression in toto, or you can use your intraoral scanner. Now it's very important, like we all have gone through this and we all know that bottom molding, creating a suction, all this is not possible with our standard protocol. So we have to have a proper bottom molding done with nice impression, and then the whole thing can be scanned and be transferred to the software in relation with the jaw relation. Now here you have this digitized face bow, which has been okay, which can be collaborated with your software. Once you have formed this jaw relation, now this is completely software based. So you have not scanned model or anything, but this is completely software based method. A separate bite plate is created, a maxillary and mandibular, with the special attachment for intraoral tracers. With these intraoral tracers, you can do your regular prognathic, left lateral, right lateral markings, and transfer all these data to a virtual articulator in the software. This is a final impression with a closed mount as we have. Now, once this data is transferred to the articulator, to the software, it will automatically generate a virtual denture base. Now, on this denture base, we will do the model analysis as we regularly do it. So we will do the marking of our anatomical landmarks, that is the incisive papilla, canine points, and tuberosities. In the lower, we have similarly retromolar pad, the incisive papilla, and then further automatic software will position your teeth, virtual teeth set in this, in between to this plane. Now the next thing is, all the data you take it to the articulator. We will do the virtual teeth setting. We will do all our exercises of having a neutral occlusion or lingualized occlusion, or the contacts as you want it. You can move the teeth up, down, laterally. You can expand the arch, you can contract the arch. So all this freedom is available as the freedom available while doing the teeth setting on an articulator. Now, once all the relationship is established,
Hi, participants. We are facing a technical glitch due to low bandwidth. I request you to kindly wait for a minute. Thank you very much.
Now, once you have, and you can have a monoblock. Your monoblock will help you. Your monoblock will help you to use it as a trine denture. Now this will come as a one piece, upper lower two separate dentures, of course, but it will come as a monoblock, one color, and you can use it for this monoblock can be used as a trine denture. Also, what can be done is all the same procedures what we do during our trine stage. You can trim, you can adjust the occlusion, you can ask patient whether he feels good or not, whether the denture is fitting nicely or not, his speech, everything can be tried on this. If there is minor issues which you can do it with grinding and finishing can be done, but if there are major issues, we can go back to our computer, settle those issues, confine those things. If you see that there is some big problem in the occlusion or anything, you can redo it, and you have to reprint one more block and then do a trine. So at this stage, the complete denture is actually constructed like a final denture, except that it doesn't have the pink and white discrimination. Once this is ready, you can do it trying to check for all your requirements of phonetics, of retention, stability, support. Patient can confirm. Sometimes, in some cases, we can also, because it's not harmful, it's made out of a biocompatible material, it's finished. So if he wants to have a trial, or maybe he wants to show it to his companions, his families, or he wants to try for a day, that's also okay. But this is not the final. Once you do all the changes, then we go to an actual 3D printer with the materials which we have for the complete denture. So digital denture, we will have this uh, workflow: scanning extraoral, scanning intraoral, designing. Then once your design is confirmed, once your trial denture is confirmed, then you can rescan the design, or you need to change it in your software, whatever. But once you find that this is your final thing, you can either send the data to a 3D milling machine or a 3D printer to your manufacturer or to your lab. So now today we will just see how 3D printing and understand what is 3D printing. A 3D printing process is similar to this, like it will have same steps: modeling, support and slicing, printing, and manufacture and post processing. Now in modeling is what we did already. We did the CAD design, we produced the denture. Then next, when you are sending it for printing, before that there is a process called as support and slicing. So you have to create supports, and then printing is done, and post processing is cleaning and making it more natural, like creating say characterization in the teeth and all. So broadly we will first see whether how many types of 3D printers are there, and then which one is suitable for dentistry or dental. Now basically they come in FDM, SLA, DLP, polyjet. Now these are basically different ways, methods to come to the same output. But certain methods are good, they have their pros and cons. So we'll just see, follow through different methods and different applications. So the basic type of 3D printer which you see is called as FDM, fused deposited modeling. Now in this there is a filament which, due to it's a thermoplastic filament, and it melts and then it extrudes layer by layer. So this is a good method of 3D printing, but it's always good for hobbyist or household purpose. Nevertheless, there are high-ended professional FDM 3D printers also available, but that requires more post-processing and all. So this type of 3D printers we rule out for our applications normally. Then there is SLA. SLA is converts liquid into solid objects using laser technique. It's a very good technology, but it is little slower, and it has its inbuilt issues with the lifespan of the laser, and it is expensive to make a this kind of technology to work for dental application. The next is the DLP. The DLP is digital light processing. Now this actually displays 2D image of a 3D model, and it cures because of the projection of the design onto the liquid resin. Uh, this is a very good technology for, especially for dental application. It has good accuracy, it is faster, and it has a long lifespan of the light. Limitations is only the object size. That's not for a very large objects. And dental, we all know, we are limiting ourselves within 90 to 100 millimeter of the range. So this is considered to be the best for dental application. There is a difference between SLA and DLP. SLA is because it's through the laser, it creates a point, selectively exposes, and DLP would be a complete slice of your design. So complete layer is cured of the design. So it is faster rather than point wise, is creating a flat layer. These are more detailed, that how a laser would actually create a drop, and DLP would create pixels. And there is this polyjet. Polyjet 3D printers use inkjet nozzles, and then they deposit droplets of photocurable light materials. Um, it's good. It has good accuracy, but has limitations in printing and supports. It's expensive, and with selected materials. So biocompatible materials, they have yet to develop it in long range. But yes, another good way of making the dentures. But what we are using right now is a DLP based 3D printer and modeling softwares from 3Shape. If you are trying to make particular products like temporary crowns, models, or surgical guide or denture, you need to have a different type of module of the software, as you see in this slide. Uh, Post modeling is support creation and slicing. Like in 3D milling, you have a CAM software. You also have a CAM software here. So whatever CAD you have made, you have to slightly process it, and you have to create supports for creating the material where it is necessary. And once the supporting is done, 100% it is automatic software, but sometimes for a critical point you need to add or subtract the support, and then you have to position it in a vat. And next is 3D printing. So every time it has evolved, it has made process very simple. What it does, it just creates the slices of CT, like we do it in CT scan. The patient is sliced into every millimeter. Here it can slice up to 25 micron till 50 microns or 100. So you have to decide the speed and accuracy. Uh, it's just that at a lower slicing, you will get a better finished product, and it will take little more time. But if you put it at 100 microns, the production will be faster, but it will be slightly rough. So you have to tighter as per your requirement of the models. Usually the slices would be at 25, between 25 to 50 microns for dental application, and that's good enough for superior quality of output. And yes, you have to take this material, pour it into the vat, and then next is all about the machine. It will slowly create the layers of design one by one, and keep on going up as it creates the design. So once the whole design is completed, the vat is just out of the material. So the remaining material can be again stored back, and it can be reused for. So this is less waste, and you just get what you wanted. Post that, you have some post processing methods, like you need to clear them. Yeah, you can see here in this diagram, there's a resin tank, and layer by layer it's curated, cured, UV light cured. It's just reverse of how you do composite filling in the mouth. It's very, very, very simple to understand for a dentist. We've been doing this for years, and this is how, level by level, how it exposes. The plate is elevated, and next is, once you get the model ready, you just need to remove the supports, clean it with IPA, that is isopropyl alcohol, twice, and then do finishing polishing, or you can attach sleeves or whatever you want to do with the part, and the part is ready, the denture is ready for your uh, case. And can be further characterized using light curable composite materials and shading materials. So the characterization of the denture is again a very artistic process. So we have learned that art of complete denture is art and science, and it's not only purely science, but to give that aesthetic and characterization, you may use various aesthetic composite materials available, namely from GC and other companies who make especially the pink material in various shades. Even EVOCLAR has it. So all companies will have it, and you can characterize your dentures. All further finishing and polishing is required, as we have been doing already. So in this way, you will get a processed denture. Now that was all about 3D printing. This is one part of the production method. The another part of production method is also a similarly stepwise progress, in which initially they used to mill the denture base in pink and denture teeth in white, and then join them outside. But with the advancements, the latest advancements, you have a single component disc with white and pink bases in one piece, and you can mill everything as a one piece denture. So this is awesome, and this has taken long time, but it's now real and it's ready. So this is another great method to develop very high quality, strong aesthetic dentures. So one disc, one milling, and one denture. This is the latest thing from EVOCLAR, and the evolution of this dentures milling and printing is not just going to stop here. It's still further going to go ahead, and every time there is some great minds coming in and giving their inputs, and the clinicians, the engineers, the software developers, the hardware developers, and they are all going to a level where it becomes a press of a button to create a denture. But we'll have to do it, we'll have to work. This is only possible because of artificial intelligence. Now the over the period of years, what people have worked, the data is always reviewed, researched, and every time there is a new, better, and uh, simpler method to create things develop. So this is all about digital dentures from my side. Thank you all. Thank you very much for your attention and patience. Uh, Keep evolving. And now we can have some question and answers. Ruben?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for the lovely presentation. I now request you to kindly stop your screen share for a moment.
Okay. Right.
Thank you, sir. Friends, you have about 2 minutes to note down your questions. Now, this is just to inform you about tomorrow's webinar. Tomorrow's webinar would be once again on a very interesting topic. The topic is 3D printed customized subperiosteal implants. We have a prolific speaker for tomorrow. We have Dr. Abdul Hamid, who would be delivering a lecture on the topic 3D printed customized subperiosteal implants. I request you to kindly register for the same. You can find the registration link in the chat box next to your screen. Thank you very much. Okay, it's now time for us to start with the live question and answer session. The first question is from Dr. Manasi. Does the digital technique differ from capturing video of different tooth? So the first question is question from Dr. Manasi. Does the digital technique differ for capturing video of different tooth?
digital technique differ for capturing video of different tooth?
Yes, sir.
That means, is it different from edentulous and dentulous? I guess. Do I understand the question right? That
Yes, sir. That
how
may
it
be the
is, yeah,
question.
yeah. So it's different in the sense, as I've showed you in the presentation. Dr. Oris has developed this after a lot of work around scanning with dentulous and edentulous, and he found that these are the methods in which, if you scan, you can scan edentulous arch more easily. So the method is same, but you have to move your scanner. The skill of the dentist will vary for how you do it in dentulous and how you do it for an edentulous case. Definitely. With practice, you will be able to do it more faster and more easier.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Prasad. What is
Mhm,
the need for scanned primary impression? Because
mhm.
anyway, we are making a biotional secondary impression till jaw relations and teeth arrangement. We are following BPS principle.
See, as in our conventional method, we would like to have some basic data. So uh, you can use this primary scan or as a secondary scan also, in case if you get all the data. Some cases, as we discussed, if there is a deep undercut in the submandibular fossa, or if there is some palate which is too deep, or somewhere you are not able to get good data. And most important is, this primary impression will give you a overall idea about the arch type and all those things which we take for conventional dentures, and we can create a special tray as we do it in it's just to follow the methods how we were doing our conventional denture. But if you are using a centric tray, you don't need to have another impression or
Thank you,
another
sir.
final. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Bhumi. What are the
you.
limitations of 3D printing? Are there any
Mhm.
cases in which conventional method is the choice of treatment over 3D printing?
Mhm. Yes, yes, of course. See, 3D printing is evolving, and it actually, see, I would say it's a process. So, in some cases where the conventional way, and if you are okay with the conventional methods, it's okay to do with conventional way. But when it comes to doing better, faster, and economical production, 3D printing is the choice, because the conventional way requires a lot of man hours and technical experience to do a good denture. I won't say denture. Denture you can make anyways, but to make a very good denture, you require an experienced technologist to do that. And to be very frank, what is happening today is a good technologist who has high skills, they will not invest so much of time and energy into less, because I think more people are using internet in this COVID time. We just get bandwidth of 25 to 30. Anyways, so if you have a large and consistent production required, then 3D printing is the solution. Nevertheless, some methods, sometimes, some cases, you have to do it with conventional.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Prasad. If
Mhm.
trial dentures are non-retentive, Can we do relining and scan again?
Yes, of course. That's the very reason of creating a monoblock in trial dentures with 3D printed. So you can do that. You can reline it, get yourself confirmed that there is a suction and good retention, and then it can be rescanned.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. What is the cost difference between DLP and SLA?
Uh, SLA and DLP cost nowadays, they may be almost same, or sometimes DLP is little expensive over SLA. Uh, but of course, if you're looking at quality and the requirement by a dentist, then DLP is a better one. But yes, nevertheless, SLA is not bad at all. SLA has improved. See, it's again like various methods. So they will not leave any stone unturned, whether they are making SLA or they are making DLP 3D printers. The end product is important for you. Only
Thank.
the difference is the quality.
All right, sir. Thank you. Moving to the next question. If visibility is less in trial dentures, how can we correct it?
You have to go back to the software and readjust your vertical dimension of occlusion or your teeth setting in the software. Reprint a monoblock.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Is the material used for final prosthesis of Evoclar BPS material?
Yes, actually, uh, Evoclar uses their BPS denture based material for disc, and their Phonaris teeth set with gradation for teeth. So they have used best of both the worlds combined. So materials are existing, used, tested, biocompatible, high quality. They have just made it adaptable to the technologies.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. Can we follow regular conventional steps of CD fabrication till trial, and then can we send for CAD CAM milling?
Of course, you can do that. You can always choose to do that. CAD CAM or digital workflow is collaborating with the way you work. So whatever you like to do and you are comfortable with, you can do that and then utilize the technology. So you can always do that, surely.
Thank you, sir. Next question from Dr. Rohit. Is the strength same as that of conventional denture?
Yes, yes. And in certain materials, use the conventional Luciton or our standard brand of denture base, which we were using previously. So the strength is no issue. You have to get the certified material from the manufacturer.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Azhar. How much
Mhm.
does a digital denture cost from the lab?
It should not cost. See, it's like if you ask me how much the PPE should cost. So the government price is for 245, but it will all depend upon what GSM and all. So again, the labs may charge you anything between 3,500 to 6,000 or above, as per the material and process what you have allowed them to do. Because the more process you get done from others, the more they charge. So if you do all the things, in fact, I do that. I do it completely up to the designing. So I would outsource only the printing or 3D milling part. So it becomes affordable for us also and for the patient also. And it's confirmed what we want.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. If I have to make my clinic completely digital, what would be the total cost?
So it's a broad question and it's a very interesting and good question. The best question of today. And the methods can be, you may not require any additional cost if you want to go digital. You can do digital as it is, where it is, what you have with you, and slowly you will have to, of course, invest. If you want to do everything in house, you have to invest into all the products. So you have to invest in hardwares of right from scanning. You need to invest into softwares, you need to invest into milling machines or 3D printers. So it is a range in which you can work out. I would suggest go stepwise and collaborate with in these times and the times to come forward. Collaboration is the best way. Collaborate with your labs, collaborate with your friends, collaborate with your technicians, so that your cost remains down, and invest wisely into uh, the equipments you require to do. Invest in a good scanner, it will go a long way. And then the software's modules, as you keep on, you can also buy the CAD points. So you need not have to have a complete software package. If you do less cases, you just buy a particular CAD point for that particular case, and you pay for that software only for that particular case. Or you can outsource it to your laboratories also. So yeah, to begin with, 5.5 lakhs to uh, as much as 20-25 lakhs for a scanner, and then you can go ahead with all other equipments.
Thank you, sir. Next
Yeah.
question from Dr. Khalil. How many visits are needed to be manufactured the digital denture?
See, if you are going with conventional ways, we usually take 5 visits. But if you are using a complete uh, digital protocol, it has reduced up to 3 visits. So you just need only 3 visits to finish the whole denture.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. Are companies like 3Shape offering courses in Mumbai and Delhi?
Yes, 3Shape has a lot of places where they offer courses. In Mumbai, we offer it at Smile Care in Mumbai at the other, and in Delhi, Gurgaon is Muskan Clinic. They offer this, and also many other places where they have 3Shape users.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. The question is, how is it different from BPS dentures over than CAD/CAM milling?
BPS is a different method of processing. So it's on injection molding, and CAD/CAM method is milling or 3D printing. So that's an analog way doing the denture. So BPS uses not the compression molding technique, but the injection molding technique. It is better than the compression. So the technologies vary and the methods vary. Materials also vary. So that's a different. It's an analog process. This is computer aided machining. So it's a computer aided project.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Tanvi Tekwani. Sir, to what extent is the soft tissue recorded using the scanners?
To the extent, you mean to say the depth?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
See, the depth will vary with the type of model scanner you're using. 3Shape Trios 3 goes up to the depth of 10 to 15 mm, and the fourth, the new latest one, goes up to 20 mm. So it varies upon the type of quality you have, and the model scanner can scan up to 25 mm, depend upon, again, the 2000 scans more deeper, and it can scan both the models simultaneously in with an articulator.
Thank you,
So
sir.
yeah.
Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Shristi. In your
Mhm.
opinion, which is more good in getting final prosthesis, conventional or digital?
Very nice question. If you ask my opinion, see, I would always say digital is the better way to do it. If you have a very good conventional technician with you and you do it with your own hand, it's always better you do it with your own hand, but the machines will give you uh, more opportunity to correct your manual mistakes. So even I make my own dentures, but sometimes the mistakes cannot be reversed. But when you use a software to do certain things, you can always go back, correct it at that stage, and come back. So digital is always the better and the future way to do it.
Absolutely, yes. Moving to the next question. Can we record neutral zone with software?
What do you mean by neutral zone? Neutral zone is the uh, position where you place the teeth. So yes, the normal centric relation which you provide, like the one I showed in the slide, you also have intraoral tracers or gnathometers attached to it, and you would record your patient in protrusive, left lateral, right lateral, and eventually you can mount your models uh, and create a neutral zone of articulation. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Nadia. Sir, what are the limitations of intraoral scanner? Can it be used in all cases?
Yes, it can be used in all cases, but start with the simpler ones. It is made to be used in all the cases, and surely you can use it for all the cases.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Vishwas. Can you let us know the distortion associated post denture insertion in digital dentures? Can digital technique be used for fabricating maxillofacial defects?
Yes, I have used and tried to use this in maxillofacial defects also. The limitation of scanning is not only the depth, but once you have oroentral communication, uh, what we want is retention from that area and seal in that area. You can always have a better sealing using digital impressions over our conventional polyvinyl siloxane or other methods of recording this oromaxillofacial defects. So yes, we have used the scanners for oroentral fistulas, and the prostheses coming out of that are better fitting and have a good seal for avoiding any seepage through.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Sneha. Is relief effect taken care while scanning intraorally?
Yeah, when you scan, see the most beautiful. This question is so basic, excellent. There are thinking minds here. So yeah, the most important property of an impression material which we always expected is to give us the impression of an edentulous arch without displacing the soft tissue at all. So that's why we create the custom impression trays with relief spaces. Now, the best part of intraoral scanning is it does not push any tissue while you make an impression. So it gives you the record of tissues as it is where it is. Nevertheless, when you do the surveying in the software, it blocks out all the undercuts. Additionally, if you want to create some relief spaces in the important areas like anterior or some alveolar ridges, so that the eventual denture is less pressing on the, you can do it with the software. There is a possibility in that, and you can create relief areas as much as you require and keep the denture less pressure on that area. It's like no pressure technique. We have learned so many techniques of impression making, but this is no pressure technique.
Thank,
Thank you, doctor, for the question.
thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. How is the tissue compressibility taken care using intraoral scanners?
Tissue compressibility taken care using intraoral scanners. We
Yes, that's
discuss
right.
this. This is a similar question what we answered before. So my answer would be similar. It's a no pressure technique, so there will be no pressure on the denture while you use intraoral scanners. While in conventional way, we do exert some pressure, and that's why there is displacement. Here there is no displacement, so you don't have to uh, have any issue with that compressibility.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. Are digital dentures pocket friendly for patients as well as dentists?
Yes, of course. It all depends upon what material, what brand, and what quality you desire. But 3D printing, as it's a generic thing, and we have also tried to show it as generic as possible. So, if you have numbers and if you do more number of dentures and you have more patients, it is more economical than doing the conventional way of denture making.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. During first scanning, if we have a flabby tissue, how can the digital scan treat this problem during construction of special tray?
We answered already. The flabby tissue will be record. See, the problem with conventional methods in flabby tissue recording is uh, whatever you have recorded is recorded under pressure. So while you are scanning, there is no pressure. So flabby tissue is not overpressed while you make any denture out of scanning. In case of conventional method, the tissue changes when you make an impression. So flabby tissue moves little in all three dimension, but in scanner it doesn't move. So it remains where it is, as it is, and then there is less pressure on the tissues.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. Question from Dr. Sheila. What is the most common material applied to capture the surface in intraoral scanning?
You don't need any material. It's a raw patient's mouth. You don't need any material to capture surface scanning. It's as it is. Yes, you have to reduce the saliva, amount of saliva, control uh, the salivary presence of saliva there with suction and all. It should be little drier, and no surface treatment to be done.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving to the next question. What kind of sterilization protocol is taken care with the intraoral scanner, especially during the COVID-19 era?
Very nice question, and the most apt question for this times, I think. And I can tell you the advantage of digitization over conventional is in conventional we know that when we make impressions, we actually bathe in saliva. The impression is completely contaminated. Uh, I don't know how many people use disinfectant before they send it in the hands of those boys who pick up. It's in the plastic, and then on the model. So it is highly contagious. But with impression scanners, you have these tips which are autoclavable. So once you scan the case, you have to take that tip and put it for autoclaving. So for the next case, it's absolutely sterile. You can put a
Tha-
cling film on the scanner. That's all.
Thank you very much, sir. Next question. Do you think it is worth investing in an intraoral scanner?
$1 million. Yes, it's really worth, because it's the only thing which will make your first step towards converting yourself from analog dentistry to digital dentistry. Without this intraoral or desktop, whatever type of scanner you want to have, uh, you cannot convert your cases into computer. You cannot put it in the computer. So you need this scanner, a media, to transfer your patient into computer. So it's 100% if you are a serious and good practice uh, mindset. It's the way to go.
Thank you very much, sir. Last question from the live question and answer session. Sir, the question is, sir, I feel 3-shape scanners are overpriced. Which one would you suggest?
Uh, I would say that it's a personal choice, but again, when you compromise on the data acquisition, it's like you want to buy a phone whose camera is say only 2 megapixel. So even if you use the best of the output printer, you will get the hazed image. So your data is the most important thing. What you put inside is what comes out. So if you compromise on that quality, uh, you will have that effect on your output. Now, 3-shape scanners, they are also available in refurbished and black and white version, and they are equally good than that of low quality colored scanner. So you have a choice. You can see, and there are refurbished also available. So other scanners I have seen in the market, they are coming up. So I'm hopeful that eventually a lot of other companies will be also able to give you equally good results. Uh, we have to just see what happens.
Thank you, sir. I'm now keeping the question and answer session open for anyone who would like to ask it over voice call. If there's anyone who can raise their hands, we will allow you to ask your questions over voice call. In the meanwhile, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Kartik for the lovely session. Thank you so much, Dr. Kartik. Oh, wow. We have another question. Can we get in touch with you for courses?
Surely you can get in touch with me with Dentist Channel.Online. They are our partner, and we can guide you step by step. Uh, Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, learning never goes waste. I took almost 10 years to take some steps, so some people can do it much faster, I can tell you. And you're always welcome. We can do the training, no problem.
Thank you very much, sir. Friends, as Dr. Kartik has clearly mentioned, you can get in touch with team DentistChannel.Online. Dr. Kartik and his team keep conducting courses on a monthly basis in Mumbai and in Delhi. You can get in touch with us and we will help you to find the course that matches as per your interest, especially as far as digital dentistry is concerned. Any more questions? All right. Okay, we're getting a question. Okay, sir, moving on to the next question. Question from Dr. Bhumi. Will we face any issue while scanning cases like deep palate or undercuts? I repeat, will we face any
Yeah.
issue while scanning cases like deep palate or undercuts?
No, not at all. You can always scan even the deepest of the palette available today. So there won't be any issue. Only thing is you will have to your scan time increases little bit. Now what I showed here was the scan time was not more than 25-30 seconds. Then in that case you have to scan it twice or thrice, so it may increase, but you can always scan deep palettes and undercuts also.
Thank you very much. So, sir, I think with this, we come to an end of this lovely session. Once again, thank you very much for your lovely time and for the wonderful session. Friends, thank you very much for attending the live webinar. I request you to kindly register for tomorrow's webinar as well. With this, we come to an end. Thank you very much and may you have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.